Welcome to episode 109 of Pink's Picks Book Recs, commentary from a retired high school English teacher. I love reading debuts, and today's titles are absolutely outstanding ones. Ammonites, The Life Cycle of the Common Octopus, and S.E. Chambers's Swift River. Both Bill and Drummond, also known as apprenticeship or coming-of-age novels, feature brainy teenage protagonists who are determined to discover the root of their family's domestic discord and uncover long-held secrets. Octopus begins retrospectively when the now 31-year-old Penelope Winters reflects upon her freshman year at the University of Edinburgh that began in September of 2006. At the tender age of 18, she'd thought that by traveling far for college, attending her father's alma mater, that she could figure out what had gone permanently wrong between her divorced parents back home in Toronto. Penn believes that her parents' reticence can be traced to an old friend and classmate still living in Scotland. Thus, she writes a letter to this Lord Lennox, now a famous writer, and requests a meeting. Just like Octopus does, Swift River begins retrospectively and with what will prove to be a life-changing letter. Though the settings shift between 1915, 1980, and 1987, the primary narrative takes place the summer after Diamond Newberry turns 16. Since Pop went missing 7 years ago, Diamond has been the only black person in Swift River, a western Massachusetts mill town. The letter that she receives from a relative she'd never met reveals an entire family history that had been withheld from Diamond. Though the main characters' quests to learn the truth about their parents are the same, their upbringings are dramatically different. Penn's dad is a CEO and her mother is a college professor. Her parents had always made a point of letting her read whatever she wanted, and their home is filled with books. Diamond's mom can't hold down a job and is addicted to painkillers. Even though Diamond helps to support them with her job as a housekeeper at a rundown hotel, their own home, inherited from a grandmother, is about to be foreclosed. Like Penn does, Diamond loves books, but without support at home, Diamond's desire is fostered by the town librarian. I love the transportation motif that both authors employ to further plot, develop characterization, and build suspense. Multiple key scenes in Swift River take place in automobiles, while Penn's many train rides provide opportunity for some of her deepest ponderings. I also love how both authors depict the theme of friendship. While Penn and Alice had been fixtures in one another's lives for over a decade and had matriculated together across an ocean, Diamond doesn't forge her first friendship until she's 16, an ephemeral, though nonetheless impactful, relationship with the rootless Shelley, whom she meets in driver's ed. I love Chambers' pervasive use of chiaroscuro, the juxtaposition of light and dark, to develop the fictional Swift River as an historically accurate 1915 era sundown town. Racist municipalities where blacks were essentially under house arrest after dark. She achieved this with everything from fireflies to lightning storms to the lyrics, "This Little Light of Mine," contrasted, just to name a few, with sunset, night, and the color of those ostracized residents' skin. It's interesting too because S.E. Chambers actually grew up in that area. There is a Swift River Valley, even though there isn't an actual town named Swift River. It's horrifying to think that towns like this actually existed in 1915, and I didn't know anything about them until I read this book. What I love most about Knight's writing are two brilliant metaphors. The first begins as a reference to Homer's Odyssey, which she develops into an extended metaphor about the ancient Greek concept of xenia, the reciprocal understanding that unknown visitors must be welcomed as friends. The second, which relates to the title, evolves from a story about an octopus that illustrates the major divide between the perspectives of two minor characters. And, of course, we can understand the reference and allusions to Homer and our protagonist being named Penelope. Though both books leave some questions unanswered, some plot lines unresolved, both endings are nevertheless satisfying, depicting the importance of self-discovery and finding family. I give these both A's. Until next time, stay safe, make good choices, and do your homework.